One piece of the equation that I just did not take into account. In this video, we get to talk about a little word called disappointment and how hard you can work to get there. And that's what this channel's all about. This is the definition. When you see the word in the dictionary, it's a picture of me and this sitting side by side. I learned some things. We got the engine running. We get it moving under its own power. We built a shifting linkage, which, screw it, let's tack something up and see how it works. Ow! Ow! I just realized I was welding next to gas. Took your boy out. I almost left this planet. We're gonna make this thing fast. Like 50 Cent. Get rich or die trying, baby. And that's what this is all about. We finna go fast. You heard me? All right. Catch you at the end. Whoop! See here, this fouling member. That's what's gonna change the game on this. New cam, old cam. Look, I'm just as tired of this as you guys are. So we put the old cam back in it because I can't find a new one. I believe we're timed on point. We're gonna put it back together and then hope for the best. What do you want from me? Sick. I was gonna put a carburetor on it. We have some installment issues, okay? In short, we're gonna just run this thing on some damn bing bang pop juice, you know what I mean? Give her a little bit of that. Why am I scared? Anybody else scared? Whoa! My valves are too tight. All right, that's it. I'm hooking the starter up. Ow! Hell yeah, dude. Woo, it's getting hot. Ow! Maybe I should let that cool off a bit. Shit. Whoa! I think it matters. It might be a little bit too powerful. What y'all think? But she runs. She runs. Okay. Now, let's yank all this pretty stuff off here and get it figured out, boys and girls. I think I got something going on with my valves. Something ain't right. But she's running. If y'all know what the hell I'm doing wrong, please step in. It's all about learning around here, y'all. Unplug this right, y'all. Shoo, buddy, that got hot. Something's wired wrong. Here, maybe I'll just take this whole bitch with me. Ow. All right, where'd my damn prop bar go? Excuse me.
After a lot of troubleshooting, I learned that the new cam was clocked 180 degrees at a time. And the only way I noticed this was by comparing the lobes of the original cam that was worn out and the newer performance cam. Is it gonna be right? That's the question. Well, we have spark. Oh yeah, I guess tightening the head and cylinder down would help in this situation. That's what helps it create compression, so we need that.
Success! I win.
For those of you who don't know, I actually did a TikTok series on this engine where we pulled it out of a dirt bike that I found on Facebook Marketplace for 375 bucks. It was completely and totally trashed. Like, it was bad. I can post some of them on here. Drop it in the comments. I'll just start posting those videos on here as well so you guys can get some of the input from where this engine actually came from and why I'm so excited about it running. And of course, we can't just hear it once. We got to get it running again. You know what I mean?
The smartest man alive. For some of you, this is the first time that you've seen the project fully assembled. Where the hell are we gonna shift? Kind of tight. And I want to do something that's like a sequential shifter. Ba, 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 ba. What do you think? Or should we go lower? I feel like lower your hand gets caught up. And this side, there's a little bit more room. Bam, bam, bam. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing. Tell me if I should have done it differently, right? Yeah, let's do it. Glad you could join me down here. All I'm doing is taking a cheap Amazon grinder with a bit of a cutoff wheel. Safety first. I'm grinding some bracketry. So basically what we're gonna have is these two on each side. We're gonna drill a hole through it and then we're gonna have a pivot arm and that's gonna be our linkage lever. So then we're gonna tie some steel to that on our lever and then we'll be able to move that motion to the back. We're gonna have it pivot like this and that's gonna be our leverage to click the shifter up. So the shifter's like this, and then we're gonna have an armature out, and it's gonna go up, and then the same thing with down. You just want a perforation there, and then you can bend it to break it. And that, my friend, is how you cut metal without a chop saw, because I don't have one. And if you don't, now you know. This is where I think I'm gonna put our linkage, right next to the steering wheel. Bam, bam, bam. You know, like I said before, but we're gonna go from there to the back of the engine. And I think that gives us pretty good leverage. Screw it, let's tack something up and see how it works. I believe we're about to weld. I believe sometimes you gotta wreck the truck, get the insurance money, to make the truck payment. Oh, wow. What I've cooked up is your gear shifter sits on your motorcycle like this. If I drill a hole through this, put a stopper on each side, and then we have a rotational force underneath it with a rod connecting the two. This is going to be rotated by our shifter linkage because we're going to have a bar on it like this that pushes and pulls. We have another one like this, so it'll be something like this. It'll go down, up, down, up. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to try it. It's not good at words and such. I ain't no engineer. I think we can figure this out. You know what I mean? This is going to connect to our shift lever up there. When we push it back, this rotates downward. So we can put another tab right here on the back or the front, and when we push back, that's going to give our rotational force to shift the dirt bike engine. Is it going to work? Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Safety glasses, everyone. Safety glasses. Hello? Como se dice? Huh? Oh. Right in front of my forehead. We don't need something that's crazy strong right now. We just need to test the theory and see if it works. Ow! Ow! I just realized I was welding next to gas. Why don't we move that? Well, so I'm gonna save y'all the first iteration because yeah, it didn't work. But this one looks like it's got promise. So yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty, okay? I admit to that. But it might work. It's got all the beans, meat and potatoes and such of a working shifting linkage. Look, I already told y'all this is my first time ever building a shifting linkage, so can you please stop yelling at me? That iteration also did not work. If you want me to make a longer form video on how not to make a shifter linkage, I can do that for you. So our first and second iteration have not worked on this. So we're going back to the drawing board. Now, as you can see here, this phallic member, that's what's going to change the game on this. It, in fact, did not change the game on anything. I would love to say that I know what I'm doing, but you can tell that I have no clue what I'm doing. But that's the whole point. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just fumble it around a few times, and you'll get it figured out. So our last few iterations of this shifter linkage have absolutely, for lack of a better term, shit the bed. Now what we're going to be doing is pivoting, quite literally. Here's your steering wheel, here's your shifter linkage back here. We're gonna push a rod into that with a 90-degree rotation, and then that's going to push and pull left and right. We have to take that left and right lateral movement and turn it into up and down, but it also has to swing just slightly. So on this episode of I have no idea what I'm doing, join me as we fumble our way through this. I'm going to fumble around with this last iteration for about 5 more minutes. If I can get it working in 5 minutes, good. If not, this is what we're gonna go for. The actual gear lever right here, this push rod is going to connect here. Theoretically, we can do this, just like that. Bang, dude. See what I'm saying? That'll shift. Know what I'm saying? That's what we're going for. All right, look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm busting my ass on that shifting linkage. And it ain't pretty, but it works. We're gonna put the SV650 in it. All right, surprise. I'm not making this perfect. I have been working on this for a week. I'm done. We're gonna take it on a test drive. You guys are gonna get to see it move under its own power. I might wreck it. Who knows? The brakes are terrible. So stop yelling at me, please. And here, look. Yeah. Yeah. Is that what you wanted to see? It's got the ugly. Okay. Not professional, not pretty, but it works, baby. Huh? You wanna see something? You wanna see something right quick? Watch this. Kershwang, first gear. Kershwang, second gear. You know what I mean? Well, boys and girls, monkeys and squirrels, I try. We're gonna talk about how hard these projects can actually be sometimes. And they're not always fun, but we're so close. I think the clutch is gone in it. Fortunately, I have a clutch, so we're gonna try to swap that in before I leave. And if I don't get it in, I don't get it in. That's how the cookie crumbles, boys. Sometimes that's the way she goes. I got a bone to pick this here machine. I can't blue ball y'all like that. I have a clutch, I have a welder. So I'm gonna try to put this thing together today. If I can't get it together today, that might be the end. And we'll just have to wait. But I'm gonna do everything I can. All right, let's quit all the sad shit. Let's get to it. Closer, but we're not done yet. Hold on, let me fix the clutch and I'll be right back. One brand new clutch later, again. Okay, so the gearing is super low. Hell yeah. Even in it's in 5th gear right now. No more gears left. In its highest gear, it barely moves the rear tires. That's it. The gearing is super, super low. Like, unbelievably low. I'm gonna do a solid axle swap on this. We're putting the Z650 in there and we're gonna call it a day, baby. To hell with that rear end. And it's much easier to change the gear ratio and it's just so much better. I'm sorry I couldn't get a good test ride. This thing does, like, top speed is like 10 miles an hour. Maybe. Like, you could literally walk faster. I bet it'll pull a house down though. I wish there was more I could give you. That's all I got. Now we can put the Z650 engine in there. That's the definition of disappointment, you stupid idiot. On this episode of I have no idea what I'm doing, join me as we fumble our way through this yet again.